Ladies and gentlemen, you have now entered the precipice of greatness. Welcome to Live from the Bench with JQ.
You sure look like a master to me.
And Boulevard.
I want to hear about this, homie.
So forget about it, girl.
Round 1, fight.
What up? What up? What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Live from the Bench. It is I, the one and only GQ, and I'm joined today, just like I'm joined with him every other week. So, Big B Boulevard.
Have we started? It didn't go your song. Okay.
It did.
That's the same thing happened last time. I don't know. Something in the system ain't sinking. Anyway, hello, everybody.
Yeah. So, we just came off a mini collapse. But before we get into that, I got some things, that I like to do. It's kind of like my tradition every week where I do my ass of the week. This week's ass of the week is no one other than JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy of the Minnesota Vikings was every bit of dog shit that I've ever seen.
Man,
he's every bit of
rookie. But yeah, I'm go on.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I feel like if you want to use that as an excuse, like a second year rookie, if you want to use that as an excuse, then you got to learn to shut the fuck up. Because if you talk shit, then you can't be that type of person to be like, oh, I'm just a rookie. That's not an excuse no more for you to be in your second year and throwing 12 for 19 to 87 yards and 2 interceptions.
You had said a year. You're right. You damn right about that. Yeah, you should know better.
Yeah,
you should have had enough film study at least to know better.
Mm-hmm. So that's why he's my ass of the week.
How you even pull that off?
One of the reasons why. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why I chose him to be my ass of the week, because 12 for 19 is efficient. 87 yards. I mean, he probably could have got more. He was sacked a lot, so I think his sacks were 37 yards lost on sacks.
Jeez.
It was 35 yards on sacks. He lost 35 yards on sacks and had a net total of 52 yards. And then he had the 2 interceptions. Now, my issue with that is, and it's the same thing I'm gonna say about Jalen Hurts, is you got Justin Jefferson. You have a good receiving core to where you really wonder how stuff like this happens, especially when you got a QB whisperer like Kevin O'Connell. Carson Wentz came in for injured McCarthy and played like he belonged there for 1 or 2 games. So, I mean, if you have your backup that can perform better than you, and he did okay against the Eagles too, Eagles defense, I feel like we got to start McCarthy shouldn't talk shit, especially when you're a second year rookie. And that's kind of nearly impossible in the NFL. And I feel like he hasn't really played enough for me to even consider him a pro at this point. I think he's nearing the third year rookie because he keeps getting hurt. So that's my ass of the week.
Yeah, he's in his second year, but you're right. But not to mention what he has shown. What were those stats?
12 for 19 for 87 yards and 2 picks.
That's not acceptable out of any quarterbacks, let alone a higher pick like he was.
Oh yeah,
injuries. That's unacceptable. So you have those weapons out there. You can't throw for how many yards? Did you say 87?
87.
See, I don't even know how that's possible. Yeah, he did get concussed in that game, but that's disgusting. I need to go look a little further into that. That's very confusing statistic.
So while you look that up, I'm going to ask a few questions regarding McCarthy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think that it's possible that him playing for Harbaugh at Michigan and winning that championship. What they won the championship, I think, or did they lose? I can't remember. Um, do you think that him playing with Harbaugh at Michigan propped him up to be a better draft pick than he actually is?
Yeah.
Because
I mean, I can't remember offhand who the hell his weapons were, but yeah, that team, that was a hell of a team. But 12 of 19, that's 5 sacks. It's not a good look. But
so
yeah,
I think
the connection to Harbaugh definitely pushed him up draft boards a little bit, and it's fair to say he went a smidgen high, as quarterbacks do in drafts these days. But yeah, it was too high. I could see the whole point of sitting him for a year, injury or not. He wasn't ready then. He may not be ready now. He may not
Mhm.
ever be ready. It might be a mental thing. He may not be able to read a defense. He may not be able to call plays. He may not hear too well. I do
Mm.
not know. But 12 of 19 for 87 yards, 5 sacks, 2 interceptions. That's one of the worst performances I've seen on paper. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'd probably consider him not being the starting quarterback for a couple weeks, especially considering you're 4-7. And you know what? Let me recant this statement. You're 4-7. What the hell you got to lose?
Right.
If anything, I'd probably be resting Jefferson or Hawkinson. They're going to play more to rest them unless they have some contractual reasons to keep playing. I try to protect their health more than anything because the season they're done, like they're done. So
Mhm.
like if you ain't got no chance of winning the division, you may not even be in real contention for a wild card, which is your McCarthy starting. So you might as well pack it in, let the boy get some live reps, get your stars out of the game before you have to start next season without them, and then see what happens. Maybe you'll find a new star. Maybe somebody else will step up and surprise coaches. Who knows? But JJ McCarthy ain't the guy.
No.
So you can either let him get his reps, see if he turns into something, or you can bench him and put who'd you say Wentz?
Wentz. Yeah.
Yeah, why
I
not?
don't think Wentz is done for the year though. Too. I think Wentz
Oh,
is done
well,
too.
then I don't pay much attention to
Yeah,
Minnesota.
because I
Seven.
because I believe Carson Wentz got injured. That forced them to start McCarthy sooner, bring
Hmm.
him back from injury sooner, which is a problem. But I think with this whole the McCarthy thing, with the whole idea that maybe that they he was propped up by Harbaugh, I think
Hmm.
this is one of those things where the NFL. I mean, I think a lot I say a lot of times the NFL should get involved at certain points, and in a sense I do, because a lot of NFL scouts are not doing the the work. They're not doing the actual work. Like I feel like they're allowing certain things to like be all right. He plays for Georgia, so we're just
It's
gonna give him a pass.
it's a quarterback. It's a quarterback. He moved well. He's got pedigree. Yeah, and he played for Harbaugh, so he would be considered well coached, and he can probably coach a ball. So yeah, I could see where people would see the talent. We did have success in college, but I mean, a lot of it was on the talent around him, not so much him.
Yeah, and
So
that's what I mean. I feel like the scouts gotta like I feel like the scouts aren't doing the actual work. Like
some
actually,
scouts may not be, but
yeah,
those teams. Those are the teams that struggle to fill that position year after year. They're the
yeah, that's
ones
true.
who scouts are coming up short in the talent department. Or maybe it's somebody coaching in the department that just doesn't know how to work with the talent they have or adjust what they can do. And they're like one track all the way and they only know how to coach one way. And it just doesn't click. Maybe McCarthy just can't, maybe the play calls are too complex. It could be any number of things. Maybe
I
he's
mean,
not
that
so
could also
good
be possible.
under center. Maybe he's only good out of shotgun, which makes you one dimensional as fuck.
Hmm.
Could be any number of damn things. I haven't seen much of McCarthy, but all I know is like that's unacceptable. And if you're going to be playing like that, then you might as well step aside and let someone else come in, or we might as well just pack it in all the way. Which is what I'm saying they should do it 4-7. Sorry, Unc, but your season's over.
Hmm. I hear that.
Mm.
All right, let's
Yeah,
move on.
That's your ass of the week, JJ
Yeah, he is
McCarthy.
my ass of the week.
Deservedly so. And he got concussed.
Um, the next thing I got, coach of the year candidate. I'm not gonna go through a list. I'm not gonna say who are the candidates. I'm just gonna pick a guy. Um,
Well, let me give it a list just so people can say, oh,
okay.
yeah, yeah, they don't know what he's talking about. They ain't doing that. They ain't doing no research yet. So you got like Sean Payton running the Broncos. They mild surprise, not really a surprise. First place in their conference in their division. Mike McDonald, Seattle. I don't know if they really came out of nowhere, but they're looking a whole lot better than they were last year. Even though they looked all
Mm,
right last year with Gino, they look mildly dangerous this year. I wouldn't say they're a real threat or anything, but then you got Ben Johnson of the Bears. Frankly, fuck him, but it ain't his fault. He was doing what he was supposed to be doing. That's more our problem than his problem. And Sean McVay, who's always in the running because he may actually be the best coach in one of the best coaches in football. I only
yeah.
say that out loud. Shane Steichen, who brought the Colts back, started off the season with what's his face Richardson, who said, "Yeah, playing pro quarterback's easier than playing college quarterback." And it's like, yeah, where are you now? Yeah, Shane Steichen, who did that with Daniel Jones of all damn people, who couldn't cut them, who couldn't make it in New York, couldn't make it with Dayball, who just lost his job. That can't be a coincidence. You think that's a coincidence? But anyway,
No.
and the favorite on a lot of boards, a lot of Vegas boards, Mike Grable from the Patriots. They're first 10 wins team, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. So who's your coach of the year?
So my coach of the year, I have an NF. I have also I got an NFC and an AFC coach of the year. Um,
Okay.
on AFC, I'm gonna go with Liam Cohen. He's my AFC. Yeah, he's the one that botched the whole Duval chant. Almost got it. He almost got the Duval chant canceled.
He really made it uncool when he did that shit. He really did.
It was about to be over for the Duval chant when he did that. I
It's
was,
like me when I
ooh.
go, hey, 6'7". See, it ain't cool no more. Stop that shit. Stop that shit, y'all. Stupid.
No, don't stop it. Keep doing it forever.
Hey, hey, 6'7".
6, 7. And my
Made
NFC,
it worse growing up.
my NFC, this is gonna make the whole fan base or the little fan base that we do have, they're gonna hate me
Mhm.
for this one. But my guy is the NFC guy, coach of the year is Brian Schottenheimer.
Okay.
He took a team that was just looking really bad, and now they're one game behind the Eagles. So I mean, technically you can blame the Eagles for this, but he's not make he's not completely destroying himself. Like he's not completely making a fool of himself. I mean, they could lose out, but I mean, I feel like he's putting them in the position to succeed. And then he hired Matt Eberflus, who's actually doing entirely better when he's not the head coach. So, so I'm all in for that.
Okay.
Those are my
I
coach of the
have
year
lost,
candidates.
totally lost the track. You said Brian Schottenheimer?
Yeah, Brighton Schadenfreude from the Dallas
Wow.
Cowgirls.
You see what y'all done did to the man? He's betraying his own instincts at
Yeah,
this
look
point.
like look at
What's
this
going on
shit,
here?
man. The hell, killing
What
me.
is happening here? That's
I didn't want to
that's
make an obvious pick. I didn't want to take something obvious like
mm,
like the guys you mentioned, Ben Johnson, who completely turned the Bears around. By the way,
mm-hmm.
completely turned them around, like flipped them up on their axis, and I didn't want to pick something that was obvious, so I picked somebody that nobody was gonna think I would say. So
There ain't
it was
nothing
shocking.
wrong with going outside the box. Ain't nothing at all
Yeah,
wrong with that. Wouldn't have been my choice, but ain't nothing
I
wrong
don't
with
think
that.
it's all right. So
Wait, before you do that, let me ask you this. What was your equivalent of 6'7" when you were in school? What was yours?
Damn, threw me on the spot there. Ah, hmm.
And y'all feeling this, feel free to, if you're still here, tell me what yours is too. Or
Oh
mine.
man, what was a 6'7"? What was our 6'7"? Damn.
I know coming up, we had any number of them. Like, we had,
Yeah.
you just run into you and just start going, Aviva! Basically, just start bumping you, just start smashing into you, Aviva! We had Haunt, which I don't even know how to describe that. That was just, you had to be
I got
there.
one. Something that we used to always do for no reason. Hoo-hoo! The fuck was that?
Somebody asks a stupid question, you go, Dad!
Yes, that. Dude.
These
Marek.
nuts.
Here go another one. Marek. What? Marek. What you say? What you say, yo? Marek.
Dick?
Marek.
Yeah, absolutely.
Marek.
All sorts of nonsense like that.
Should get us in trouble
Yeah,
for that.
I'm sure a lot of people listening had the same ones though. Nah,
Marek.
they don't care. They don't even know we exist. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to bring up something
Okay.
besides that because that was just spur of the moment. Did you hear who got fired?
No. Who got fired?
Chip got fired. Chip Kelly, who
Oh.
won a national championship a couple years ago, the NFL's highest paid coordinator this year, made around $6 million. Now, you're the highest paid coordinator in the NFL. You would expect that you would not get fired after 11 games. You think you'd have some success, but Chip Kelly and the NFL don't really equal success. That's not that math don't math.
Mm.
But here's the kicker: word is he would call plays that they hadn't even installed or weren't in the game plan. So he's just out there just running his own playbook in his own mind, and the players don't even know what the hell he's talking about. This dude's
That
an
would
idiot.
explain a lot
It would.
because Gino was not looking like Gino all year.
Yeah.
So could explain a lot.
And you know how Chip rolls, so he probably didn't even like Gino.
Mm.
We ain't even allowed to consider that shit. Like, they probably butted heads immediately. Gino been through enough in the NFL.
Right.
Got his jaw broke by his teammate. Hey, come on, man. He been through enough. Let that man ride out his career. Don't waste his time with Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly ain't no winner in the NFL. Don't nobody even like Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly's favorite player was, what's his name? The dude from
Riley
the
Cooper.
country concert, Riley Cooper. That was Chip Kelly's favorite player. That's all I need to say. Like, thank you for finally doing something about that problem, Tom Brady. Thank you for doing
Hmm.
something about that. Because y'all wasting Geno money, y'all wasting Geno time, y'all wasting the development of Brock Bowers and the other tight end and whoever else. All that, y'all just wasting everybody's time with that shit. Because Chip Kelly, whatever the hell he be doing in college, he can't do in the pros.
Right.
He was 6 games over 500 in Philly, and he ruined one of the most talented rosters in Philadelphia. And it took us a few years to get back. He went to San Francisco,
Mhm.
and he took a dookie in the urinal. So he went back to college where he belonged. But somehow his ego got the best of him, and he came back. You know how you know his ego came back? He came back because he was chasing the money, and he went to Oakland, Vegas. He went to Vegas. Now, why would you waste your time? I mean, like in Vegas, if you already need your crap to be a certain way, and you know it ain't there, why would you bother? Money, that's it. So he deserves everything he fucking gets. He deserves all
Yeah.
the credit he gets in the NFL. And I hope this is the last time we have to see Chip Kelly in the NFL. because good riddance. Like just stay away from the NFL.
Yeah, and
Leave that to the people who are to the people who are actually good at their shit. You stay there where you can still have your own little universe centered around you and your way. And you can do that shit in college. You can go back to college. I mean, where it is, he'll probably end up back at Ohio State anyway.
Chip Kelly looks like a real life crank yanger.
Yay! I got mail, yay!
Mm.
Had that on DVD. All
All
right.
right. Ah, this is where. Ah, fuck. Oh Lord. The Eagles have
Shake
had a
you is
pause.
we get the GQ is GQ is Shador Sanders.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't do that yet.
Now let's do that. Let's knock
All
that
right,
one
the
out.
GQ is Shador Sanders. You got your first start. You win 11 of 20 for 209, a touchdown, a pick, and then you won the game. Most importantly, you actually beat one over Chip Kelly, who got fired after that game. Now, here was the quote: "Some people want to see me fail, and it ain't going to happen." So I ask you, young Mister Sanders, does your coach want to see you fail?
Um, if I'm
And
allowed to
maybe
be
just
blunt,
think about coach as it is. His job may be already gone, and he's just writing it out. Who knows? But yeah, does your coach want to see you fail?
I think yes, he does want to see me fail. Um, I think the coach wants to see both myself and Dylan fail.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a me versus him thing. I think it's a him versus this organization's problem. I think he just doesn't. I think he's trying to justify his poor play, and I think that might be a whole like from an organizational standpoint. I feel as though that this may be blinding his ability as a leader and a decision maker. This may be a way you put two quarterbacks in who are going to fail you, make one who's probably less talented as the other one, and you put all your chips on this one guy who's going to fail for you, who has failed for you, has not given you the production that you're betting on him to have, and then you bring me and you put nothing, you back nothing, and I still succeed in spite of you not backing me. So,
Spite.
yeah, there is a notion that he does want to see me fail, and that's gonna be his downfall. At the end of the day, it's gonna be his downfall. Because I'm gonna sit here and I'm do what I'm gonna do. But shout out to Rex Ryan for saying what he said to me. You know, I'm gonna actually try to adapt to that. You know, less of me and more of we. I like that, and I'm gonna stick with that, Rex. I appreciate you and mad love and respect for you. Maybe you
So
should
let
take
me
the
ask
coaching
you
job.
this: are you playing in Cleveland next year?
If Dylan is here, most likely not.
Hmm.
And we'll see what happens with Andrew Berry. I can't make that decision. I can just do
Hmm.
what Andrew asked me to do.
Two quarterbacks,
Hopefully,
no quarterback. So
yeah, that's a big one. If you got two quarterbacks, you got no quarterback, and the Cleveland Browns have been living in a no quarterback situation for the past uh, decade. To be honest, I don't think they've been in a situation where they had a quarterback finish an entire season for them in a whole decade. So, I mean, I don't think any team has had a quarterback that started every game in the past decade, but I mean, some have. I mean, Brett Favre was a whole thing. Uh,
yeah, but Brett Favre was more ego than anything. Everything Brett
yeah,
Favre was
that's
more
true.
ego than anything. And for the record, fuck Brett Favre.
For the record, definitely fuck Brett Favre with something hard and sandpapery.
Oh, see, I was thinking like spiked, like those old stupid glass. things that old people had for their liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that texture. Where it's all
Mm,
bumpy along the surface, but it's like this thick glass. That
yeah.
if it breaks, oh well. Well, you probably shouldn't say things like that because that's horrible. All right. So,
Mm,
is it time? Is it time to discuss our favorite team, good or
yeah.
bad?
It is time to
Goodness
discuss
and
our
in health,
favorite team.
better or worse? All right. I mean,
Mm,
it's definitely more of the worse than the better right now. We're kind of in the, what do you call that? The
the
darkest
twi-
timeline?
yeah, the darkest timeline, the Twilight
Yeah.
Zone.
Yeah. Do 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 do. I don't want to get sued for trying to do it. Do 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 do. Do. I like that guy. Come on. I like Twilight Zone. That's
I love
actually one
Twilight
of my
Zone.
favorite shows. I still watch it a lot. But
Bring it
anyway,
back.
they did.
You
Jordan Peele
did?
brought it back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So the Eagles are
Can't
collapsing.
remember what episode I wanted to add.
I
Yeah.
like it's a collapse again. I don't know what the problem is. It's like
You don't know what the problem is.
I know what the problem is,
Problem.
but
Okay.
I know what the problem is, but I don't know if I feel like we're the only ones who see it because the people in charge don't see it.
Mm,
And I know me, I know if I was in this situation and it was me, if I was the problem and I was actively destroying my team, I would just be like, you know what? I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna relinquish my responsibility for a little while because obviously I'm not ready to be a play caller. But
mm.
after this past week, and then I heard,
Hey, here's. Yeah.
no, you go ahead.
Continue, please.
Okay, so
Talk
after
your
this
shit.
past week and seeing how first you saw the week prior, Patullo failed to get like it's like they were like, all right, we're up 21-0. Let's stop trying to win offensively. Let's stop trying to move the ball. Let's stop trying to actually do that. And I feel like this is the thing that Philadelphia does quite a bit. I've seen a lot of it since Nick Sirianni's been the head coach. Is like first half football, second half we're not even there. And but it's like we keep saying that it's Nick Sirianni's offense. Shane Steichen's offense was not Nick Sirianni's offense. Kellen Moore's offense was not Nick Sirianni's offense. Like that's just the biggest cop out I ever heard. Like stop doing that shit because you like whenever a OC starts failing, Nick Sirianni bails them out. It's like you're fucking yourself. Like that's the problem that happened with Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson will never be able to build that credibility as an offensive coordinator or not, or again because you fucking hung him out to dry. Like and the same thing happened with Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson started failing. They said Brian Johnson needs to relinquish OC duties. Nick Sirianni stood by him, and the Eagles fucking sucked. Now we're here. He's doing the same thing again. I think he's trying to justify not having somebody who has capabilities. Well, here's the thing. Come to find out, Eagles don't have anybody who can actually call plays because Scott Leffler's dog shit. Like started doing the fucking research. He's not an effective play caller. So we're screwed. I think only thing we can do at this point is let Nick Sirianni call plays because it can't be any worse. I mean, we'll probably end up running 80 pass plays and 20 run plays, but it's he's probably a lot more aggressive than fucking Patullo is. It's just like you're putting us in a position where like the same fucking plays, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, and I don't know.
Mm.
It's stressing me out. Like a
But
change needs to be made.
yeah. But here's where it starts. I mean, keep it to the most simple of simple. The Eagles have averaged 15.5 points in their last 4 games. You ain't gonna win that way.
No.
You're not walking around with that old Ravens defense. You're just not. That's not for yourself. We'll get into all of the information. I will say this: like at this point, your only real options are ride it out and accept that you may not. Like, you're at that point, you're just wishing on a star that you think something will start going right, or but that won't even happen because the issues aren't just the play calling. The blocking's not good. The holes aren't there. Like he doesn't have, Hurts doesn't have the time that he did last season. Remember how you'd see all those pictures like, wow, look how well they're blocking.
Yeah.
You don't. How well? Like when have you ever seen that before or after that happened? That's how well the blocking was. Like this wasn't even this was an unusual occurrence. People were taking time to point out the blocking, how well the blocking was. They like picture cinema basically. You don't see that now because the blocking has fallen off a cliff. Yeah, it's age, it's injury, it's retirement, it's all sorts of things. There's all sorts of stuff that falls into it. Not enough depth, but that's one of the problems. The problem, and if there's bad, that there's if there's no blocking, you can't really get the holes to hit the holes necessarily, no matter how good your running back is, especially when you take on the fact that he had so many carries last year. Maybe there is some wear and tear left over. But when you don't have blocking, and I won't say he lost a step, but maybe he's so sore. You can't hit the holes. You can't find the holes. The holes close quicker. Maybe he makes the wrong choice. Whatever. Problems. Now you get to the quarterback. If he doesn't have time and he has to go running around trying to find space to throw the ball because he's constantly under pressure, he's going to be throwing it like he's under pressure. And if you're calling the same routes over and over to the point that the other side of the ball, CJ, GJ, is telling you that the offense is predictable and they know what you're running before you even run the ball, adjustments need to be made right there. And see,
Mm-hmm.
there's a start right there. Start because that's the one thing you can actually fix. Everything else is going to shit. That's the one thing you can fix. Schematically, what you're doing. If every week they're telling you, oh yeah, this defense is predictable. Every week they're telling you this. Then guess what? Uh, if everyone else is, if you're having a bad day and everyone else is being an asshole to you, you're probably the asshole. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what we have here with Kevin Patullo. He's the asshole. Sirianni's encouraging this shit. Somebody, probably somebody upstairs, needs to be the goddamn adult and put a stop to this madness because, like, these are people's lives. These are people's jobs. Okay, let's just get dude out the door, move forward, or let's just ride it out, good or bad, hell or high water, see what happens. These are our options. Because week after week, we keep asking ourselves, what's wrong? What's going to change? The only thing that can change is the scheme that we're running out there. Make it less predictable, make it less obvious. Actually, put some damn thought into it. Not what I heard somebody call ninth grade youth football
Mm-hmm.
out there. It's actually play like actually be professional coaches, put out professional schemes. You see what's out there. Even now, you can just go pick and choose from other people's damn playbooks. What you think would work? What will put your team in the best position? If your playbook's just like not even the size of a pizza box, fine. Just pick and choose from other teams. There ain't nothing wrong with stealing no damn plays. Okay? You fake it till you make it. But what you've been doing out there, Patullo, like you might get assassinated, man. Like somebody might come for you. I ain't saying it will, but damn, like people mad at
Mm-hmm.
you. You need to go. Like once the season's over, just get out of town because Philly don't like you.
So my prediction, like looking at the way they've been performing and knowing what's ahead of them, I see the
Mm-hmm.
Eagles maybe winning two more games. And I hate to say that, but just by the way they're playing, they're gonna win two more games. They got the Chargers. I,
Yeah, they're
I can
definitely
feel like that.
they're likely to be outcoached in that one.
Yeah, they got the Chargers, and then they got the Raiders. They'll beat the Raiders because the
Raiders.
Raiders aren't really somebody I'd be worried about. They'll lose to Washington in Washington
Mm,
in DC,
mm, maybe. Yeah. Okay, it's
and,
possible.
and then they
I see
got
them getting
Buffalo.
3 out of. Yeah, Buffalo's probably a L.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
they'll beat Washington at home.
So you got them splitting with Washington, losing to Buffalo. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got 3 of those. I may even say 4 of those. If they, I mean, what they're doing right, even what they're doing now, I could see them getting 4 of those. I could see even with the split in Washington. Yeah, no, they'll lose. Probably take out of Buffalo. They got one left. Yeah, but they will be outcoached this week either way.
Yeah,
Win or
I
lose,
got
they're
the
definitely going to get outcoached because
Eagles at the best this year, 11-6, uh, 10-7.
no, that's extreme. Wait, where we? What is it now? 4,
Yeah,
eight
we're
and 4.
8-4 now, and we got the schedule's not going to get easier because I think we have
8
um
and 5,
we're,
9 and 5, 9 and
we're
6,
in LA.
7, 10 and 7. That's where your standard is 10 and 7.
Hmm. At Buffalo.
Hmm. Yeah, so yeah, nothing wrong. That's still in. You're still in with that most likely.
Yeah, we're still
I
in,
mean,
but
unless Dallas just keeps running like they've been running, then we might have a problem. That tie may come back to haunt everybody.
hmm
But who knows? Who knows? Can't get there yet because we still got to get through this week. We still got to get through the Chargers. We'll say this much: as far as the fire Patulo crowd, if you put the right person in that spot to call plays, take over, you can have success. I mean, it's rare as fuck, though. It's only as
yeah,
far as my research, it only happened twice. Joe Brady in 22 in Buffalo after Ken Dorsey was fired. They
yeah,
won 6 of their last 7 and got to the playoffs. And Ravens fired Cam Cameron in 2012 and promoted Jim Caldwell, and they ended up getting two Super Bowls, if I'm not mistaken, when Caldwell is head coach as OC. So it
Mm.
can be done if you put the right person in place. The problem is who. Like, who do you have there that you can put in that spot? Who is ready for that opportunity? Who knows with this team
Nobody,
who would be good there? You would think it would be
nobody.
Patullo since he's been there as long as he has been. But no. At this point, yeah, just hand it back to Sirianni. Let Sirianni do it. At
Yeah, I
least
say,
he's the head coach. That's at least that'll be him taking accountability for the situation, taking responsibility for it.
and
Because
that's the
doing what we're doing
problem.
now clearly ain't working. Yeah, go on.
And I think that's the problem is Sirianni's not really a good offensive coordinator. Like he's not a good play caller himself. So that's where we fall into that
Right.
situation where it's either damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like you're screwed no matter which way you go with it. Because you can leave it go, you can
Right.
you make Sirianni call plays, may not be that you may see an extreme going to one side and then leave it at Patullo. He's like an extreme going to another, and then you have another offensive coordinator. I might just, I mean, a change could work, but I don't know if we
When
have
it's
anybody
mixed
else.
dudes, it's a fail. When it's somebody shows them from upstairs, they have success. They reach the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
That's the issue. We can't let Sirianni pick his people because he don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah,
We need one of the grown-ups in the building to make the damn choice. And until he stops hiring his friends out of some brand loyalty or nonsense,
yeah,
we're gonna keep having this situation to where it's gonna be on again, off again, on off every year. And as an Eagles fan, this shit's killing me.
It's gonna be if
We can't
if
be
they
doing
let
this shit. Okay.
let
Look at
I
this
gotta
eventually
I'm
when they
sorry.
let a real coordinator. Let me, when they got a real coordinator in there, they go to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
When dude picks his friends, they don't do they. This happens. This can't happen again. Go on.
I was just gonna say, um, I'm gonna give a scenario
Mm.
after the Buffalo game. They give Patullo his walking papers, and then the finale, they go Aaron Moore hit play call in the home in the game last
As
game
long as he's
assist.
been there, why not? He played with Peyton Manning. He saw pass from Peyton Manning. He was with dude for a couple years. Why not at this point? He's been in Philly for a while. He's got as
Yeah,
much a chance as anyone. Anybody outside of Sirianni on offense.
and
Hell, let
here's my thing. Yeah,
why don't we
because
just go for broke and let fucking Stout call plays? Why not? Just
right. Why
run
not?
plays
It's
all day
not like y'all gonna
from
fire
now on
him.
in. Right.
I think
Throw
what's
something up
gonna
in the
happen.
air, hope it turn into sunshine.
Yes, because you can't do any worse. You can't do any
Yes.
worse. Like you can have me going there. You can't be any worse.
Right.
Like
Hell.
do something.
Call the ghost of Joe Paterno. Shit. Hell, call the ghost of John Chaney. It don't even matter. Just get somebody in there that knows what the hell they're doing as far as coaching. Because Tulo,
Ralph Friedgen.
yeah, right. But Tulo, you're gonna have to get demoted. Like you gotta get
Shit, he
demoted
better
or you
take.
gotta fall because
If he don't take a promotion, he fired. Because Scott
yeah,
Leffler, and I've been saying this for a while. Scott Leffler only came to Philly to find a better opportunity in college. He's not going to be here next year.
no,
He's
no.
going to be somewhere else, and I feel
This is
like
a stepping stone.
he only came left Bowling Green because Bowling Green was ass,
Yeah.
and it
Well, I
was a
mean, he
better
probably doesn't
opportunity.
feel like he's good enough to compete in this new NIL era. And those mid-major schools ain't got no chance in hell. You're gonna have to get players that's doing it for the love of the game or in between paychecks, so
Hmm.
to speak.
Yeah,
Uh, I don't know. I don't know shit about Leffler. The little bit I have seen, for the most part, it ain't good. Like he's really trying to. He spent a lot of his career riding off of Chad Henney's success,
yeah,
whatever that means.
yeah. Because Chad Henne was, yeah. Continue.
I mean, do we
Oh,
consider Chad Henne a successful quarterback? He had his time, he had his moments, but
I can't remember it. I'm pretty sure. Like he didn't. He only play for the Chiefs. He played for the Chiefs and somewhere
yeah, I
else. Did
don't
he?
know. No, he played 15 damn seasons in the NFL as a third stringer.
Really? Really?
Yeah. Huh. I don't
Like
know.
if you would have said he had Coach Ryan Fitzpatrick, I probably would have gave you something. But
Yeah, no,
no, I couldn't
I
even
don't know.
get nothing for
Dude,
that either.
dude's not. It's not worth the effort with him.
I mean, again, you can't go any worse than Patullo.
Yeah.
If he's
All I
worse than
know is
Patullo, we're doomed.
I still see those same players out there. I don't know what the reasoning is fully. I know there's a lot of things that can be fixed, but I know you can only fix the things that you can fix. So
And
super important.
honestly, and I refuse to be like, I refuse to sit there and say it's injuries. I refuse to allow injuries to be the reason why you fail because yes, you lost your right tackle, probably one of the best in the game. You lost your right tackle. Okay.
Who's old and made of glass.
Yeah. You mean to tell me that you haven't figured out a way, knowing his history, you haven't figured out a way to get everybody else involved to get past that? You haven't figured out a, a contingency for that? You haven't figured that out yet as an offensive
Supposed to be
as a
next man up.
yeah, like you haven't figured that out yet? then that's a coaching problem. That is 100% a coaching problem. You're saying that Andrew Makuba going down was the reason why the defense. Fuck you. You're stupid. You mean to tell me you haven't figured out what you're gonna do when lame ass Adoree Jackson goes down? You haven't figured that out? Oh, you're fucking idiots. Coaching
Mm.
is fucking idiots. What? Makuba wasn't here last year. You mean to tell me that he was just,
It's a coincidence that Mukuba and Campbell went down and it got worse. Like, well, Campbell didn't go down; he just basically got demoted
yeah.
by default. By because they wanted to move him to edge more. Now he's not getting any reps. Crazy, crazy. Like,
I'm sorry. I wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't have made that choice. I would have found a way to mix the Kobe Dean and I would have figured something out. Go back to a 4-3. I don't know. If you're gonna go 3-4, like go back to a 4-3. I don't fucking know. Shit.
this
It's
is about
okay.
formations. Like you just match up with what the offense is doing. But you still had to find ways to get your younger talent reps, especially with that high of
Yes.
a pick that you spent on him and all of that. You have to get him on the field. I mean, he's shown he's capable. I thought he was going to be in contention for Rookie of the Year, but he's not even getting them. Like, props to Howie for bringing in the talent, but you still got to get all your best players on the field. You
Yeah.
have to find
One
a way
hundred
to get them
percent.
out there.
Because they haven't even seen the Vanilla Gorilla yet.
Yeah, all season really.
The way they was talking about him, haven't seen him. The shit y'all went through to talk about Darius Cooper, y'all haven't even gotten him involved.
Yeah, a
Y'all
lot of
aren't,
those people are next year players. They're not for this season. We're just
and
soaking
they're
in what we can get out of that in the
and
end of
then
the year.
and another thing is you have Jahan Dotson and y'all don't use him. I don't understand that shit because Jahan Dotson has shown that he has the talent to win in Philadelphia. He can win with
He
two
can
wide
help.
receivers.
He can damn sure help more than he's helping. I mean,
Yeah, they're not like get him
yeah,
involved. Did you see the play where when Devontae went down for like a play and then Jahan caught that pass and almost he made one person miss. He's scoring. He put in the.
here's what
It's
I know.
just
We're in week 13 right now,
yeah.
and Jahan Dotson has 21 targets. We've spent all this season whining about, listening to AJ Brown whine about how, well, passive aggressively complain about not getting the ball so much. But like Jahan Dotson's going into free agency and he's trying to get a big deal. He's going to need it. And this is his last, not really last chance, but his last chance to make big money. And he's sitting at 21 damn targets. No one's complaining about that. Granted, he's making the most of those, 18.7 average, which is just nice. But all the same, 21 targets in 12 games? Come on, man. That ain't right either.
It's not
Use the talent you have.
like and I agree. Use the talent you had or blow that motherfucker up. Blow it all up. Fucking fire sale.
Yeah,
Fire
but
sale.
I
Fire
mean,
sale.
Goddard's gone after this season. He'll be sitting on a 20 million cap hit now. That's a 20 million cap hit after he's gone next season. But right now they're projected for 40 million, at least 40 million. I saw that somewhere 40 million. I don't know how accurate it was,
Mm.
but there's gonna be some talent out there. I mean, I hope they put some actual investment in the defense to bring in somebody in the secondary, maybe some depth on the D line. That'd be wonderful. But I'm gonna ask you, wait, what's our time? Okay, we're making good time. Let me ask you, what are our most important positions in order in order next for the off season?
Right tackle, right guard. No, right tackle, cornerback,
So wait, right
right.
tackle. So you're saying Lane's gone?
Yes, I think Lane is retiring.
He probably should. Again, the boy, I mean, the man's just brittle. So
Yeah, I think right tackle is most important. That cornerback spot because you don't have a starter. You don't have a guy out there. Adoree isn't. Adoree's not completely throwing it up, but Adoree gets his fucking ass beat with like that. Jameson Williams. Williamson, Jameson Williams in Detroit, that shit, he almost blew that shit wide open. Yeah,
Mm.
get rid of Adoree. I mean, find the replacement for Adoree Jackson.
You go through the
Find
draft and hope for the best, or do you go through free agency?
At this point, you got to go through the draft because you ain't gonna be able to afford to get nobody in free agency. You got to play the draft at this point.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, folks. The off season is probably going to be a bit of a dud.
Yeah,
Oh,
because you got to bring in that right tackle. You got to bring in a freaking right guard because it's not Tyler Steen.
well,
Um,
I feel like we knew that last year, though. That's why it was all the hype for Mackay. Should have
and
brought
I'm
him
gonna
back.
say something that probably should have happened already. Fucking move Cam Jurgens back to right guard and let Brett Toth hold down the center.
Ugh.
I,
Well, I don't trust Red Trope at any spot at this point.
I
I
mean, he
don't
was
trust
doing
him like I don't
fine.
trust Fred Johnson.
He was doing fine at center. Instead of, and then they rushed Jurgens back in. I don't know. They rushed him back, but I mean, they gotta. They just there's no contingency, and they have no contingency when some people goes down. I feel like you gotta replace those positions. You gotta get because if you're not gonna bring Jahan Dotson back because he's probably gonna want more money, maybe he's not gonna get it. He's gonna go somewhere else, just like Alameda did. It's like we kept getting embarrassed by our receivers. Like who was it? We traded Alameda for Jahan, and Alameda went off.
Mm.
Somebody else the year before that,
Mm.
and they just keep beating the Eagles on those. But remember, and they brought in fucking Avery Johnson for what? Fuck. Didn't even make the roster. Uh, like you,
Yeah, it's like you got AJ, you got Devontae, and then they drop a little bit, then you got Jahan, and then there's just and the rest after that.
right off
There's
the cliff.
nobody like there's no like you want to root for the what second year players. You want Johnny Wilson, Amos Smith. I mean, what for whatever that's worth, but you're not really expecting anything out of any of these players at this point.
No.
Yeah, like, I mean they're just hopes, and we need there's in this league you gotta have more than that as
Yeah.
far as your depth because it's the NFL. You're going to need as many receivers so you have as much talent as possible at
Yeah.
receiver.
Because look at Green Bay.
I mean, I'd even be out there looking at the old guys, the 32, 33, 34 year old receiver. Like, what else you got left? Can you give me a couple? Can you give me 10, 12 reps a game?
Hmm.
I'd be looking at them because at this point, because at the least they can help these younger players who just ain't cutting it get a little better. Bring in some veteran help on
Yeah.
both sides of the ball. You can get them on both vet minimums. I don't know what that is offhand, but you can probably bring in something that can help Fangio at least. That can help whatever else hell they're trying to get done. Maybe they can have some sound advice for Patullo that they'll actually listen to, or Sirianni. They'll pull his head off his ass and actually listen to and consider. Instead of just saying, hey, yo, that's my boy. He ain't going nowhere. Yeah, this is my team. Or whatever the hell he said. I don't know. I watched them, but I don't remember everything. So yeah, but go
One
on.
second.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been noticing.
Mm-hmm. Do we pause?
No, no, no.
Okay. Ooh, he's trying to formulate words, y'all.
I didn't understand why the Eagles went with Xavier Gibson at kick returner, knowing he has the fumble problem. The fumble, he fumbles a lot, and I
So
didn't
he
notice
probably
that.
shouldn't be on the roster.
Yeah, he fumbles a lot, and I noticed that it had to be brought to my attention. Like I think over like a past 2 years, he's had 12 fumbles. Past couple years, he's had 12 fumbles on
Mm-hmm.
a certain amount of returns, and it's just like, why? Why would you go away from Britton Covey? Like I don't care how explosive a person is.
Right?
I'd rather a short-handed kick returner who's never given me a problem, who's probably just going to get me within in the 30-yard range because I'm gonna at least had a ball because that shit lost the fucking game a couple times. That lost the game for us.
So many things lost the game for us.
And
It's okay though.
I'm
That's how I'm looking at it. It's okay because there's next week. I mean, we can bounce back. There's still the talent there. There's still
oh, that's the
all the reason to have
problem.
all the hope and all the hope because bro, it's just like most of the games were close coming up to this point. We were always like one good cut, one good break, one tackle. We're still close, but what we got to do is stop being predictable.
That part, yeah.
You got to
There's
do
so
it
much talent on
and
this
do
roster.
more. Yeah, gotta like how do I put this? There are ways to manipulate a defense because a defense can only react to what the offense is doing.
Right.
So there are ways to use that offensively. Other teams have figured it out. You see that crazy shit they're doing down with the Rams, where they're basically using wide receivers as tight ends and shit, all sorts of like formation wise.
Hmm.
Well, not formation wise, schematically. Like they got one like Whitman who's just there to block for the most part, shit like that. They're doing things. Other teams are getting creative. You see Drake Mays having success. You see Bo Nix is having success. There are ways to do that. We could like you said, just use you had enough time with these players to know what they're best at. You've had enough time with game film to know how to what would work. You've seen it already. You've had to have seen it already. It's been done against you. There's film on every team in the league. You tell me you can't find ways schematically to find success. You can have a tweak here to find success. If you can't do that, then you're failing at your job already. Because you're constantly supposed to be evolving offensively. You're supposed to be, especially at this point in the season, you're supposed to be getting ready for the playoffs. You're supposed to be rounding into form. You're not supposed to be still struggling to figure out what the hell you're good at. You're not still supposed to be struggling to keep Jalen Hurts off his back or out of trouble. You're not supposed to be struggling to find lanes to get through. You're not supposed to be struggling to get out of breaks because the whole line is just keyed on stopping the two interior defensive linemen, and no one else is like they don't have any respect for the rest of you. Yes, it's a good talented defense, but when you're getting when you're getting out muscled every week, and you can see it on the film, you can see it in game. Hey, shit like that, you're gonna lose. When you're getting beat in the trenches every week, you're gonna lose. You you just are. When Hurts is under pressure constantly, it's going to be a rough day. When Taquan can't find a lane, it's going to be a rough day. When the D line is getting out muscled by the O line, it's going to be a bad day. When linebackers can't make open field tackles, bad day. When the corners are getting beat deep, getting beat over the middle, getting mossed, bad day.
Hmm.
When all these things are happening at the same time, it's a loss.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. It ain't one thing. We done spent all of us talking heads and spent weeks trying to find blame this, blame that, blame that. Yeah, it's all of that. That's why it's bad. Because it's all of these different things that are going wrong. And if all these different things are going wrong, then all these different things are the problem. Yeah, maybe you can find say because all these things are happening, maybe it's Patullo. That's part of the problem. But then you still have to say if Patullo's the problem, then Sirianni's the problem. So what do you do there? Do you get rid of Sirianni? No, he's a Super Bowl winning coach. He's already been to two Super Bowls. We will regret that instantly. Who would we bring in? Will we bring in somebody better? No, probably not. What are we going to do? Bring in Matt Nagy or some shit? No, fuck that. We got Sirianni's our coach. What we need is a veteran OC who doesn't want to go anywhere, like you said last week. Veteran OC who doesn't have any aspirations of being a head coach. Is somebody who's content running and coordinating an offense, scheming an offense, somebody like that.
I
That's
know the perfect person.
and who would that be? Please tell
Let
us.
me get his name. Let me get his name.
Oh no,
I got it. I got the guy.
I'm scared.
All right, you ready for this?
I'm scared.
Tom Moore.
Oh, nice, yeah. Old man Tom Moore, he's still around. Damn,
He in the Bucks. He the Bucks offensive consultant.
nice. I was scared it was gonna like say his name and he appears. That's what I was scared was coming. Yeah, fucking believe. All right, but no, I take him. That's exactly along the lines of what I'm looking for. He might be a little old, but hey, old is experience. He's had success in this league. Maybe if we'll find Bruce Arians, pull him out of wherever the hell he's at. Why not?
He an executive in the for the what we call it.
Oh, okay, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, the point is, I didn't have any candidates, so I was just going off the cuff. Like that's what we need. You were right when you said that. We need somebody like that who doesn't aspirations, who knows what the hell they're doing, and has had success already. At least as a consultant, because it just seems like there's too many people who are just too much pride in the room and not enough common sense, and that's what's hurting us overall. There's no who's the adult voice because Sirianni doesn't seem to be willing to make the changes. I feel like he did it in the past. What was that? Matt Patricia came in,
hmm
but otherwise, when he picks his boys, we have problems. And
Yeah.
the key to success is to not have problems or to be able to take care of them as quickly and efficiently as possible. He's not showing the ability to do that because if he were, then this wouldn't be a problem anymore. This would have been handled. We were wanting to seek some solution. Instead, there's been no attempt at fixing it, really. I mean, a lot of us can tell you what the hell they can do better. Some say throw it over a middle. Some will say make more of a commitment to the run. Some will say use more motion. Some will say run some screens. Some will say run some mesh concepts. Some will say blitz more. Some will say blitz less. Some will say do more zone. You know, whatever. People say all sorts of things. And all of that is because they're just not playing up to their capabilities. And we've
Right.
already seen what they can do. I don't even know what the hell it's all about. But yeah, that's where I'm getting at. It's fixable, but it ain't fixable under this current regime. You got to move some people out of there and put some experienced, capable people in their place.
Is yeah. I think it's either you go out and hire somebody who is going to be old and never going to get and never going to look for a promotion, or somebody who is solid and will never get an OC promotion. And I'm going to give you a guy right now who has been an effective offensive coordinator almost everywhere he goes.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be like, "Ah, right, probably not a good head coach. Probably not going to ever get a head coaching position, but definitely a solid OC. Eric Bieniemy,
Yeah, yes.
running backs
Why
coach
not?
of the Chicago Bears. The guy took a demotion to come to Chicago.
Yeah, he's due. He's been due, though.
Make him the OC in
He's been
Philadelphia. And I think that's the thing with Nick Sirianni. You don't want to put somebody in a position, and I think that might be the problem. He doesn't want an OC that's going to be that has what's the word, a pedigree of a former head coach. He don't want somebody that's. a former head coach or somebody who can be a head coach. Like he won't bring in a Frank Reich. He won't bring in. He's not bringing in Doug Peterson because Doug Peterson's ass as a play caller. So get that shit. He won't bring in somebody like Bieniemy because Bieniemy's everywhere Bieniemy goes. He's always on the list to be a head coach. He's not bringing anybody in that can potentially replace him. Um, but so I feel like that's why he brings in. He does it with he got with the guys he because they're not essentially better than him.
Mm.
And I think like they brought when they brought in Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore was like actually somebody who was probably better than Sirianni, but Kellen Moore wasn't going to take it. Kellen Moore was that person that's like he's going to prop me up and then get another job somewhere else. Steichen taking over saved his fucking job.
You know, who else
He
isn't getting enough blame.
was that.
The defensive coaches.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Um, and and it falls. I mean, defensively, I
It's an
think what.
all-around problem. It's not
Yeah,
just one side of the ball. It's across the
yeah,
board.
because in the defensively, too many penalties, too many penalties.
Mm.
Um, and some of these penalties is like stupid penalties on defense. It's like some of them shouldn't have been called, but it's just mistakes. The decision that they made to pull Cooper DeJean out of the slot to guard the number ones, big
Mm.
mistake. We got it. He
Yeah,
got
yeah, that, that
exposed.
that has kicked their ass.
He got exposed. Don't do that shit again. And there's a lot of talk about that. It's like, oh, we brought in Michael Carter to potentially, if we want to pull Cooper out at cornerback, they did it. They did that shit. It
Mm.
failed on both levels. They won't do that again. Michael Carter will not be an Eagle next year. Cooper DeJean is going to go right back into a slot because he can't fucking guard a receiver. He can't guard a
Yeah,
receiver
he's
downfield.
made that very clear. He's not
Hmm.
that strong at corner. He's
Yeah,
no
if you want to change his position at all, move him to safety because
Mm.
like
Probably
if you
just
get
move him to safety. You
yeah
can use him. You can be flexible with him, but move him to safety.
yeah
Probably
I
play.
feel like you could be flexible with him because I'm like if you feel like Michael Carter can be an effective slot, then let him play safety on those plays. Let him play some safety if you feel like he can actually play safety because that's a question because they say he can play outside corner. No, he can't.
We can't.
So y'all can't because I don't want y'all saying he can probably play safety because now I'm like, nah, let him play fucking slot. But if you're gonna make a move, that is the only move I can say. You can make a lateral move, but or like not a lateral, like a vertical move, like send him up the safety, send
Hmm.
him back where he's not gonna be guarding anybody 1-on-1 unless it's like a tight end or a slot receiver. Don't put him on nobody number ones because you're gonna get that man cooked.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
gonna make that man lose his fucking signature, his superstar rating on Madden.
Mm.
You should see how many got taken off, bro, this week.
I got
Should
some
see it.
suspects for a new offensive coordinator spot.
Uh
They
oh.
don't really fit my old experience thing, but some of them have been here before. Some of them haven't. How about Brian Johnson? Did you bring him in as OC?
No,
No? Why not?
no, because he failed already.
Fair enough. But everybody else has failed. I mean, he failed upward. Well, I don't
Yeah,
know
but
how, but he did.
he's still a QB coach though. Until you can show me that he can play OC, I wouldn't bring him back. I wouldn't even entertain it.
Mm.
He failed Jalen once. You don't bring him back to fail him again.
Fair enough. He did fail. All right, how about former NFL quarterback turned QB coach Gerard Johnson,
Where's he now?
Texans? He's
Ah,
there.
yeah. Uh, Probably a year or so ago. Would have probably. I feel like CJ Stroud's not been a shit. Been hasn't been really. because he started dating Amber Rose, but that's
No.
neither here nor there.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah, but that's where she's been here and there and everywhere.
yeah,
Never rated her since, you know.
I
But
wouldn't bring it. No,
role
not
model,
Gerard Johnson. No,
City Girls. All right. Role model, them City Girls. All right, how about, oh shit, where's Bobby Slowick?
I'd bring Bobby Slowick in. He's been effective as an OC before. I'd bring him in.
All right, Packers QB coach Sean Mannion. He's young, 33, 34,
I
something like
think he's been like an OC candidate for years now.
that. Alex Tanney.
He's played for the Eagles. Yeah, he was here a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm. He's the Colts passing game coordinator.
I'd I'd give it a go. I'd entertain it.
All right. How about, speaking of former Eagles, Press Taylor? Did you bring him back to
Fuck
see?
no.
Yeah.
He was garbage when he was the OC here before, and he wasn't even the play caller.
How
He was calling plays in Jacksonville with his dogs. Never mind.
about North
You know
Charlie's
what?
son, Scott
He,
Turner? No, go on.
yes, I give it to Scott Turner.
All right.
I you know what? I'll give Press Taylor the shot because he probably has a better head on his shoulders than Doug Peterson. Because Doug Peterson was just his fucking crutch. I'd give Press Taylor a shot. Why the fuck not? He's Zach Taylor's brother in Cincinnati. I'm pretty sure he's got some of Zach Taylor's mentality. He probably picks his brother brain a lot. I'd bring him in. Give him a shot. Give Press Taylor a shot.
Whatever happened to the other Bruton brother?
Oh, the one that was
Jay
sexually
Bruton.
assaulting people? The one that
Oh,
was
never mind. If that's what it was, then yeah.
No, he didn't sexually assault anybody. He was just an asshole.
Oh,
And he was cheating on his wife.
oh, oh well. I don't care about that. I just want he's available to
Yeah, if he was available, I'd bring him back.
coordinate the
I,
offense.
yeah, he's a good offensive
Yeah,
coordinator. He was actually not bad. I think the team kind of collapsed in Washington after a while. Like
that's
after that, the whole scandal came out. He kind of,
I didn't even know about that.
yeah, it was a public one too. Got caught publicly the same way Urban Meyer got caught. He got caught the same way.
Gross. Or some coach was in a restaurant with some lady doing stuff. But I don't remember who. I think it was not Patino, the other one. One of them two coaches. Whatever. Anyway, any food recommendations?
Uh, I have one, but I'm sure you guys aren't gonna know what it is. It's
Well,
like a
you gotta
potato
explain
salad.
things. Okay.
It's a Haitian dish. It's called salad russe. It's uh, it's a potato salad, but it's red, so I'm pretty sure it's made with beets. It's a very healthy alternative to traditional potato salad, and it's very good. I like it. I can eat it for a meal. It's a good meal.
Well,
It's
let
a
me go ahead
Haitian
and
dish.
scratch this question off the list ever to be asking right here. You talking about making
No, no,
beef
try it.
salad?
I will
No,
make sure I'll make sure I'll bring a dish
no.
to the next family get together, the
You said
Washington
try it.
family get together.
No, I will not try beef salad.
It's not beet salad, it's potato salad. It's made with
Your
potatoes,
thing
but
is all reddish purple for no reason.
um there was another one. There was another dish. I can't think of it. Oh, never mind. It's not another dish. I think I've been on my elote kick, so everything is
Ain't
new.
nothing wrong with a low side.
I
Uh,
ate four today.
damn. So since that's being said, so what you go? Where do you get it from? Is there a restaurant?
Oh, it's a homemade dish.
Uh,
It's like a Haitian, Haitian people make it. And you can probably find one if you have a Haitian restaurant nearby, but I doubt it.
I don't know. I definitely wait. Yeah, they may have a list. I never looked. Oh well. So yeah. So what else we got?
Uh,
Anything?
um, big props to Deshaun Jackson.
Why four?
He led his Hornets to a winning season. I think it's like, was it the
Oh, that's
first he got them to a winning season? Like I think they've like haven't had one of those in a long time, if they've ever had one.
well, that's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah,
Good shit.
yeah. Shout
I
out to
will say
Deshaun
I
Jackson.
wasn't necessarily too confident in him before the season.
I wasn't either. I thought it was a horrible idea, but I mean, he's the guy. He's like a true CEO coach. Like he don't even wear a headset.
Hmm.
He doesn't even wear. He's 100% a figurehead.
Huh.
Also, Marshall Falk just took a HBCU job. I can't remember the team. Um, he
Oh
just
boy,
took a
that's
head
gonna go
coaching
well.
position.
Huh.
Yeah,
See, there I go again. I don't know.
that's a.
Press conference is
Oh,
gonna be awesome though.
hey, look! I saw Eddie George was an HBCU coach, and then now he's the head coach at Bowling Green, and they're on a good start after Scott Leffler left. So
I ain't trying to criticize nobody trying to help. Hey, do it. Wu Tang is for the children and all that.
listen, I
Pass
need to
on
find
pass
a nearby HBCU so I can put my application.
on.
They
Really, you
probably
need to
can't pay
find
me.
one near you. You don't know where
I,
they
I'm
are.
I'm pretty sure I know where they are. I'm just gonna start looking into them. Probably won't be able to pay me though. They're
You
like,
don't
I
know where
can't.
the HBCUs are in Jersey. You know why?
I
Because
think it's
there ain't none.
one.
There ain't
I
none.
think that, you sure? I thought it was like one. I thought it was one. I looked it up. It might be Philly.
Is
It
Cheney
might just
still listed?
Cheney's still there, but I'm not going all the way up there.
Yeah, Cheney and Lincoln in Philly. Bowie State, Compline, UMass, and Morgan in Maryland. In Jersey, there is not a one.
Not
Hello?
a one?
Delaware State, obviously.
Yeah.
Is that Go
I,
Hornets? Yeah, Go
yeah, I'm not getting in there.
Hornets. Yeah. Hmm.
Damn.
But I'm sure Morgan State could use your help. Compton State could use your help.
That's in Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I'll send the application.
Hmm.
I'm just hoping I don't get shot on the way doing it.
No. Coppin State is in a nice neighborhood.
Yeah, go drop my application off. Like, hey, can you be here for an interview? And then, the thug standing outside the university.
Ain't nothing wrong with North Avenue in Baltimore. Go there.
Yeah.
It's amazing. There's such great restaurants and places like gardens and all of that. You should all go check it out on North Avenue in
Mm,
Baltimore.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't listen to him. He gonna get you shot. Don't go in there looking like you don't belong
We
either.
have so much to show you.
You're gonna go in there like, hey, I want to try out this restaurant. You from around
Right.
here? No, we're tourists.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what you want to do. Look like a tourist.
We live in the Hamptons.
He's
Don't
just
tell
waiting,
nobody you
looking
live
at
in the
somebody. They were
Hamptons.
looking up or they looking down. He just walking forward. Uh, ooh, ooh. That's how you know that, or they just ugly. Yeah.
Listen, I'm one of those people that I'm gonna look like a tourist, even when I'm from there. Like when I go around Philadelphia, I look like a tourist
I probably look like
because
a tourist now too, especially down in Center City. Look at the giant buildings I haven't seen in 20 years.
I I remember because somebody was like, "Yo, you need help going finding what you're looking for?" I'm like, "No, I can't
No.
fucking see. I don't have my glasses." I was like, "That's why I'm looking like that. I know where I'm going. I just can't see."
So yeah, AJ Brown said the problem wasn't coaching, it was execution, if I'm not mistaken.
So that's what the cryptic taunts were,
I
cryptic
bet.
messages were.
I mean, yeah, it's effort's obviously always a problem. Always something that's got to be. If you're not
Yeah.
playing all out, then you need to make some adjustments. If somebody,
Michael Michael Strahan made a very good point, and after he said that, I was just like, "Wow!" Did you hear what he said?
no,
He said that um, after teams win Super Bowls, the players tend to think that I'm the reason that we won that Super Bowl. I don't got to put in the work,
uh-huh.
and it's kind of like it's like across the board. Not everybody wants to be as hungry.
Yeah,
Like you can bring in new people, and they'll be hungry, but the people that were there last year aren't as hungry.
yeah, they
Cause
already
like,
had the success.
yeah, and that's
Uh,
sad.
Yeah, it's likely one of the
Cause
causes.
I feel like
That would be an
Quinyon
effort.
Mitchell, he's still showing a little effort, but he dropped off a little bit. Cooper DeJean dropped off a little bit. Bond dropped off
Yeah,
a little bit.
Cooper Jean's just getting burnt a lot now. Now
Yeah.
that he's been put in a position to fail because of injuries.
Jordan Davis isn't dropped off. He plays like he's hungry, but he looks like he's hungry. So
They're being they're being like doubled, and
yeah.
yeah, both of those tackles are being forced like covered. They're
And the
not even.
thing is, I feel like you got guys like Jalex Hunt. He's finally getting his opportunity to actually be the starter. Show he's like doing fine, but then you look at like Nolan Smith's been injured. I want to pinpoint the problem on defense, and it always has to be that it's either that safety spot where Makuba is because he's young and I feel like they threw him in there, and then that cornerback spot. Like I feel like once you have that weak spot on your defense, it's just a trickle down effect. So I feel like that's the issue with the defense, and then I feel like that's the problem with the team for the most part. Like you can have all the talent in the world, but you have one weak spot,
Hmm.
it just kind of affects everything. It's like a rotten part of an apple. Like,
And it's a very glaring weak spot, and I think it
mhm.
just as they opened got worse and worse as it was just being targeted. The rest of it started falling apart.
Yeah,
People's personal attitudes started to get worse. On the field, attitudes started to get worse. Efforts started to get worse, and it all just all downhill. Not saying that's what happened, saying that's what does happen. I wouldn't say the Eagles are having an effort issue right now. I mean, they are being out hustled and out. They're being
yeah,
they're not real defensively. They're not getting to the ball as fast as they were earlier in the season.
yeah,
Lions are kind of handling their business against the Eagles lately in the trenches, and that's a trend that, far back as I can remember, the Eagles don't get beat in the trenches.
yeah,
That's where they historically it's a best under Howie from the trenches outward is how it seems to have been developed. Because that's where you win and lose is right there. That's your meat and potato. That's your meat and potatoes right there. You can have your little fruit cups on the outside. You can have your damn veggies in the secondary, linebacker, whatever. Whatever. I'm not trying to make a damn parallelogram. Point is, the Eagles are losing in the trenches, and that's not Eagle football.
hmm
That's other teams scheming against us, at least defensively, and it's kind of just being manhandled offensively. So
right,
we being manhandled and just being beat to the ball. Just yeah, the other side's holding up their end as well as they should. Even with Jalen Phillips coming in, even with the talented Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, like, if that's all you got up front, it's still going to be hard if they could just schematically just play around you, essentially.
yeah,
Which is
yeah,
what it's on numerous places what they were doing, just playing around the interior alignment. Like you're been already been taken out of the damn play. I've seen a lot of over pursuing. I see a lot of just being in the wrong spot. Like just getting beaten coverage.
Yeah,
Dejean, the Lord. Yeah, a lot of things need work.
I
You
agree.
ain't got much time to get it together because the season's playoffs are a month away, just about a month away from the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's time to round into shape. And if you're not going to round into shape, Pachulo's not going to start calling plays with some fucking nuts, like he's got some damn sense, like he wants to win. They're not going to play like they want to win. They're not going to block like they want to win. If the receivers aren't going to help block like they want to win, if the tight ends aren't going to block like they want to win, if Jalen Hurts isn't going to make the throws on time instead of holding the ball waiting for the big play, if he's not going to be looking to run instead of just making the damn use the simple throw so we can get the 4 yards that we need instead of trying to go for 20.
Mm-hmm.
These that's all coaching right there. That I said, by the way. So maybe that is where the problem lies. I don't know. What do y'all think? I ain't got nothing else.
I'm good
Share
here.
your time. Say whatever you need to get off your chest. Eagles, life, ball, whatever.
Fire Kevin Patullo.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
Mm.
I mean, isn't it? If you can't fire Kevin, if Kevin Patullo's not fired, then fired Sirianni.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because I'm gonna
that's
tell you
the
this,
hill
right?
if you're only going to die on it. Yeah, fire him.
Yeah, because and I'm gonna tell you this. And the reason why I say fire Sirianni because if your response at the end of the season isn't we got to find the new offensive coordinator and we got to find a new head coach.
You got to find a new QB coach too. Because
Oh yeah, you got to find a whole new
my
staff.
approach on this to me is Hurts is playing like he's scared to make the throws half the time.
Yes,
So he wasn't. I
fire
mean,
every position coach but
there's a lot
Olan.
of things that need to be adjusted, but unfortunately,
Honestly,
it may be too late.
honestly, I think fire every position coach but O line and D line. Only because you don't want like Stoutland's is probably well enough to where he's not somebody you want to go. I feel like Clint Hurt is a solid enough defensive line coach. Um,
Eh,
and I don't know if you can find a better replacement. And then the special teams, Michael Clay, I like him. I mean, I don't know if we've allowed
yeah,
anybody to score on us in a kick return. So, and he's been effective as a special team coach. The only issue there was they had Xavier Gibson returning kicks.
just dumb, dumb, da dumb, dumb.
Other than that, like I think the whole entire offensive staff got to go.
Mm. You always in favor of just getting rid of everybody.
I am, and that's
It would be one
because
of those damn teams that never have success. Because you never build a damn system. Never, I almost don't want to say culture because yeah, you
here's
just
my argument for that. I'm gonna give you my argument is because we fired Doug Peterson and the system didn't change. They can't. They hired a coach that brought in the same system that Doug Peterson had.
well, yeah, that's because everybody's using the same system. It ain't really the system. It's about the getting the everyday stuff. And
But
then
it took Nick Sirianni 2 to 3 years before he decided he was going to run the ball. It took him 3 years to run the ball. Doug Peterson's problem was he didn't run the ball enough. It took Nick Sirianni 3 seasons to start running the ball.
yeah, it took
That's
him
the
Saquon
problem.
Barkley to run the ball.
Yeah, it took him. Miles Sanders got lucky and got 1,000 yards.
Yeah,
DeAndre Swift is kind of
you gotta Swift was here. Damn, forgot all about that already.
lucked into that 1,000 yards. Like he barely got 1,000 yards.
Hmm.
And then Saquon, it was like, oh, we're gonna predominantly run the ball. And then Saquon was born.
Yeah, I mean, the pass game was okay last season. It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy.
Yeah, we kind of inflated because it's like, wow, these receivers aren't putting up numbers. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's not, I mean, it's worse than last season, but even last season wasn't great for him.
Yeah, but
Let me
But
see.
I
Let
feel
me look
like
at that.
there was like, but I feel like last season it was like the amount of passes that were thrown and reception that was made. I feel like they did pretty well. I feel like Devontae Smith had way less receptions than he had the previous year, and was still close to 1,000 yards. I think he was probably like 100, 200 yards off 1,000.
AJ had
Um,
1079. Yeah,
and
1079, y'all. That's what he
yeah,
had.
yeah.
That's
So it
what
was
we're
like
talking about here.
it was less volume. Like it was less volume than the previous years. Like they had way less catches than they had the previous years because they wasn't throwing the ball as much. They was leaning heavily on that run game. But you can't try to duplicate that shit every year. You got to figure something the fuck else out. Like how you have a 2,000 yard rusher and expect him to come back, expect you to have the same offense. It's not happening. That's like Antonio. That's like when AP ran for 2,000 yards. Y'all expect them to fucking do that shit again? No, I don't know if
No.
that's happened before. Pretty sure AP was almost out the league when he got that 2,000 yards. Shit.
Saquon Barkley had 388 touches last season. That's all I want to
And
say about that. 388. That's a lot of touches. So
was
we
that
had a drop
carries?
off from carries and receptions. So carries and
Oh, okay.
targets. Sorry,
Oh,
carries and
okay.
targets. So yeah, let's say 378 was actually how many times he. Yeah, 378 is the number.
That's crazy.
That's a huge number.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ain't talking about playoffs and that run to the Super Bowl. I'm just talking about regular season, not
Can't
including
duplicate
playoffs.
that
So we're
shit.
well over 400, probably over 400 touches. There's going
Yeah,
to
you
be
can't
some wear
duplicate
and
that
tear
shit.
built up.
Yeah, you can't duplicate the same type of offense. You got to come in thinking you got to come in with a different mentality. I feel like they
Especially
haven't figured out what the fuck they wanted to do.
especially since they're a post Super Bowl winning team, so all the players' value is automatically inflated, like you said, and that especially
Hmm.
applied to free agency, where along with your coordinators being snatched up, every player that hits free agency has more value because of your success. You think it's
Hmm.
just going to rub off automatically in your locker room? It may have in New England, by the way, but you can't expect back-to-back 345 carry seasons. Not everybody is Derrick Henry, and Saquon has a strong injury history. So, with all of that put into place, and considering like AJ's complaining like he had 97 targets last season. Like, that's not among the top receivers.
Yeah.
Devontae had 89. That's not among the top receivers. So they're not a primarily throwing the ball team, which means they have to build a line around running the ball more, and they don't even have the line to do that this season because the line is struggling.
Yeah.
There's just so many issues, and there's not one solution that fixes everything. Even firing Petula wouldn't necessarily fix everything
No, it
because
wouldn't.
these issues are real. There are
Hmm.
real weak spots along that line. There are real weak spots in that offense. There are real weak spots in that defense, and they're easily exploitable. It's not just the playbook; it's also some of the talent. There are many factors. It's the penalties. Lord knows it's the penalties. Penalties are drive killers. Last thing you want to do is make a big play and then it's coming back for holding or some bullshit like that. You know, but like that's the drive killer. Eagles are victims of it too. A lot. They're like top 10 in
Hmm.
penalties, if I'm not mistaken. They were going into this Thursday game. I mean, this Friday game. They were top 10 in penalties. There's problems. Lots of them. And there isn't one solution. Getting prepared too low, band aid. It will help cover the problems if we bring in the right person, which even that isn't guaranteed.
Right.
With with Sirianni's track record. We gotta hope Howie and Jeffrey take charge of that and find the coordinators that are best for what they got out there. Because I'm gonna put more faith in them than I'm ever gonna put in Sirianni. So I don't know. I'm all out of thought, all out of word.
Yeah, I think I'm there too.
All right.
I gotta clean the kitchen.
I gotta go to bed.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for sticking around. Boulevard, thanks for coming on the show again. Oh, wait, you're one of the shows of this show. All
Long here. And a straight
right, ladies and gentlemen, we out of here.
my cold medicine's kicking in. Woo.
Adios.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming out to check out our show. We'll be back again soon with another episode for you to enjoy. On behalf of GQ and the interns, I'm Boulevard. Peace, love, and go Birds.